Happy Apple Watch Day. We have here the new Apple Watch Series 10, the Ultra 2 in black titanium, and some new bands. So let's open it all up, starting at the top with the rose gold aluminum Series 10. Let's take a look. Oh, clean. Used to be very colorful. Now we're like minimal. Wow, look how thin that box is. This is the thinnest Apple Watch to date, and you can tell by the box, and it's already showing us that new watch face. We're definitely going to check that out. This is a 42mm rose gold. They now come in 42 and 46mm cases to house that larger display, which we'll see in a second. But yes, the display is a wide angle OLED this time around, and my oh my, it is beautiful. There we go. Look at that. Over the years, rose gold has shifted to a more muted color, but it's just such a classic Apple color. I feel like there's so many rose gold fans out there that are going to appreciate this lovely rose gold watch. Now, these Series 10 watches have the all-new S10 SIP along with a built-in 4-core neural engine that brings a ton of features like double tap, on-device Siri, automatic workout detections, and so much more. Aside from what's on the inside, the outside is pretty redesigned. Not only is it the thinnest Apple Watch to date, but if we take a look at the back, looks like one solid piece of aluminum. The back is now fully enclosed in that aluminum finish, and this is the same for the new titanium watches that are all titanium, which we will see very shortly. Design wise, it just makes a lot more sense now and feels way more uniform. What else is in here, you may ask? Well, of course, we have our watch charger in braided cord. That's pretty much it. Yep, that's all that's in there. Ooh, this is beautiful. The Plum Sport Loop. Oh, I'm all about this. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to try this on real quick. I feel like I'm not even wearing a watch. That is so light. Look how good it looks. I'm all about fall colors. This screams fall. Okay, aluminum Apple Watch is definitely doing its thing, but let's check out the new gold titanium Series 10. This is also the 42mm model. Look at the box right there, featuring that beautiful new watch face as well. I cannot wait to check that out. I feel like this is a perfect pair for the desert titanium phone, the 16 Pro and Pro Max. There we go. Does this feel premium or what? So we saw the aluminum wrap around the watch. Look at this in the titanium, how it just wraps around, how it just feels like one solid piece of titanium built and designed for your watch. This is just like, you guys have to check this out in person. It's gorgeous. And also, if we take a closer look, we can see the redesigned speakers on these watches. Those speaker grills are just a lot cleaner looking now. You can also see this on the aluminum watch, probably a little easier than on the gold. But yeah, those speakers are looking good. And not only do they look a lot nicer, audio playback will be a lot clearer this time around. And also voice isolation is going to sound better as well. So when you're talking to somebody on your Apple Watch, the person on the other end is gonna hear you a lot clearer as well. We can't just leave this one hanging without a watch band. So let's put it on with the gold stainless steel Milanese loop. Would you look at that? Even with the Milanese loop, this watch feels so light, and that's because they are lighter. Not only are they thinner, but the materials this time around, both the aluminum and titanium, are lighter than the previous watches, and you feel that just by putting it on. What else is in here? Of course, not all too different. Same stuff as the aluminum. We have our watch charger in here. And while we're taking a look at this charger, thanks to the new metal back that we were just checking out, it integrates a larger and more efficient charging coil, making this the fastest charging Apple Watch yet. So not only are you gonna get amazing battery life, but it also charges super quick, making it even easier to use for sleep tracking. And I feel like all around it is, because not only is it thinner, it's lighter, but it charges really fast too. Another little design bonus, even on the cellular watches, we no longer have that red ring on the crown, which honestly it just looks better. Let's move along to the Apple Watch Ultra 2 in black titanium. Now, yes, this is the same watch that was released prior, but in an all new finish. So this is an Ultra 2 as well. Nothing has changed other than this new color that we're getting. And there it is, the 49mm Ultra 2. Here's a side-by-side look of the regular titanium next to the black titanium. So sleek. I love this finish. And what else is in here, you may ask? Well, nothing other than our charging cable. We also have a lovely dark green alpine loop. Oh, and it has the matching black titanium finish on the ends too. Super clean together. There's 2 more bands here. 2 more new bands for the black titanium that will match it as well. Ice blue black titanium ocean band. I love that the little details were thought out here. The matching black titanium buckle there. For all of the water sports, scuba, diving, surfing, I mean, this is going to be a great band to take out into the water, and it looks so good. It kind of matches the ocean. Black titanium trail loop. As you can see, that's just going to match the watch perfectly. All black. These bands are probably some of my favorite. Like, I have used the gray one so much. Now that we have all the watches opened up, a big new feature this year that's available with the Ultra 2, Series 10, and even Series 9 watches are sleep apnea notifications. The Apple Watch already does such a great job of recording key metrics overnight like heart rate, respiratory rate, and wrist temperature. And now you can detect early signs of sleep apnea with your watch. A lot of the time, sleep apnea goes undiagnosed, and if left untreated, it can lead to more serious health risks like increased risk of hypertension, type 2 diabetes, and cardiac issues. So it's awesome to see Apple continuously innovating on the devices that we wear every day. So there's a new Apple Watch metric called breathing disturbances that Apple Watch uses to detect sleep apnea. Using the accelerometer, it monitors small movements at the wrist that may be associated with interruptions in your normal respiratory rate. And while some of these are normal, over time the Apple Watch will gather data and see if they're associated with sleep apnea. If your watch detected sleep apnea after analyzing those breathing disturbances, that notification will then include the time period when it occurred, some educational materials on the importance of seeking treatment, along with a PDF of 3 months of data that will be very useful when you're speaking to a healthcare provider. So on the health side, it is a very exciting time for Apple Watch. Going back to the Ultra 2, I feel like a lot of the reasons that people would pick up an Apple Watch Ultra, like a bigger display, better battery, are now available on the Series 10. Actually, the 46mm Series 10 Apple Watch is technically housing a larger display than the Ultra 2. Although the case is larger on the Ultra 2, the display itself with the curved edges and that wide angle OLED is technically a little bit bigger than the Ultra 2 display on the 46mm watch. So if you want a bigger display, you can also take a look at the Series 10 46mm watch. The Series 10 displays are also 40% brighter than the Series 9 watch, and no, that is not a reason to run and upgrade your Series 9. If you're using a Series 9 Apple Watch, you definitely do not need to upgrade this year. On the other hand though, if you're coming for something older, Series 6, Series 5, or maybe you've never even tried Apple Watch before, this is your time to do it. All around design and feature wise, it doesn't get better than this. It's cool to see even with a bigger and brighter display, we are not sacrificing battery life. We still get that 18-hour battery life to get us through the day. And at night, when you need that extra little juice for maybe sleep tracking, you can use that faster charging for a more seamless experience. You guys know I use my Apple Watch every day. It's genuinely probably one of my favorite Apple products that there is. And in the past, when people ask, why should I get one or what's so cool about it, I would probably mention, you know, it's cool to track your fitness and get notifications at your wrist. But now it's so much more than that. And I would truly recommend this experience to anyone and everyone. I feel like everyone can benefit from this Apple Watch experience.